कभी कभी मेरे दिल में ख्याल आता है, कभी कभी मेरे दिल में ख्याल आता है कि जैसे तुझको बनाया गया है मेरे लिए, कि जैसे तुझको बनाया गया है मेरे लिए। तू अब से पहले सितारों में बस रही थी कहीं, तुझे ज़मीं पे बुलाया गया है मेरे लिए। कभी कभी मेरे दिल में ख्याल आता है। कभी कभी मेरे दिल में ख्याल आता है।
Alright, so we're all gathered here to celebrate the graduation of someone that's a daughter, a granddaughter, a sister, a niece, a cousin, a friend, and more. Our own Medha's graduation. It is so wonderful to have everyone gathered here to share and joy and witness her first major milestone of her career. Can we get a round of applause for that? Before we start, we have some housekeeping announcements. First and foremost, as you guys heard Bobby, we don't have actually a specific dinner time. So whenever your time permits, if you could quickly grab your appetizer or dinner, whatever, we don't have a specific food time. So whenever you feel hungry, I'm sure you're already feeling hungry. If you haven't had an opportunity to write something in the sign book yet, it is right outside that room in the middle table. And we have some crayons set up. So the way we plan that is you have to draw a picture of yourself. I know we're not all artists, but just do your best. And then just sign something next to it. And the cards in front of you, those are different. So don't write congratulations, blah, 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 that you're writing in the book. These are different. So what you're gonna write in front of you, we have a pen per table. So what you're gonna write in front of those cards, you're gonna write something different. So you could write perhaps your favorite memory of Medha, or a piece of advice, different from the one that you signed in the sign book, or whatever your first impression was. When you first met Medha, what was your first impression? Was she quiet? Was she cranky? What was your first impression? You can even write her best quality. Don't write your worst quality, or because that would be weird. And also, as you guys might see, we have a photo booth set up. So if you haven't yet, feel free to check that out whenever you have time. So before I actually start the event, I would like to give a shout out to those people that are helping me run this event smoothly. So first and foremost, our own DJ, Bobby right here. So please give a round of applause for him. Next we have Terry with photos and video. You probably met him while you were at the photo booth. He's in the middle right here. And then his team, Reggie and Rianka. In the back. And then later on in the evening, you will meet dancers also. So her name is Monica and Angela. So please give a round of applause for them too. Okay. All right. So without further ado, let's talk about our grad today. So wow, what a journey for Medha. She started off going to Starwood Montessori School in Frisco, Texas. Then she moved here and went to Medea Creek Middle School. Finally, she graduated at Oak Park High School yesterday. You would think it's not really a big deal with these 3 different schools, right? But trust me, it's a big deal for any student growing up. 12 whole years of school. 14 to 15 years if you really count preschool and kindergarten. 12 years of rotating around amazing role models like her parents, her teachers, her counselors, etc. 12 years of gaining knowledge and learning new things. 12 years worth of friendships, challenges, and opportunities. 12 years of a same boring routine of waking up between 6 and 7 in the morning, going to school, doing your homework. Is really 9 the time you're telling your parents or that you're going to bed, or is it really 2 in the morning? Sure. But anyways, 12 years of new beginnings, guys. Let's think about it. Like, your first school dance, your first pep rally, your first time you had to give a presentation in front of the whole class and you're like shivering. Right? Your first big report card, your first A on the report card. What about your first F on the report card? If any, right? Your first certificate you get in elementary school for even the little things. Like nowadays, they even get a certificate for just showing up. Isn't that amazing? The first time you rode on a school bus, your first crush, the first time you got to hang out with your parents, with your friends alone without parents being your shadows, or your helicopter parents, as Rolly says. Your first end of the year party, the first time you got a phone, the first time you texted in class without getting caught using that phone, and this list will never end if we keep on going. But as I'm saying these, just out of curiosity, how many adults that are here tonight remember their own first? Can we get, can you guys raise your hand if you guys remember some of those? Thank you. But that's amazing. 12 whole years worth of the sweetest moments, the golden days as we call them. So a lot of you might be wondering what Medha's next chapter in her journey is, right? Well, the only clue you get is in her name itself. Because in her name itself, she has Med attached to it. So that's right. So she'll be taking the pre-med route, attending UCLA, one of the top most prominent universities of this country. Can we get a round of applause for that? Medha, congratulations on this achievement. You have given a great honor to your parents by reaching to this part of your journey. So far, we're all very proud of you. For any kid, the first role model they look up to are their parents. Just a side note, if I say anything that doesn't make sense, I just wrote this an hour ago, so please excuse me.
The help of an 11-year-old.
Almost 18 years of constant support from parents to wake you up in the morning, get you dressed, make sure you get their lunch ready, make sure you get to school on time, make sure you finish your homework, make sure you do your homework correctly, make sure you're having fun in between all this stress, make sure you have extracurricular activities like art. Make sure they torture you to get good grades. Make sure you get compared to other kids that get better grades than you. And these are just a few of the million things they do as a parent on top of their own individual work schedule. Being a parent is a full-time job. Not that I would know, but, parents dedicate their entire adult life just for your happiness. It's a huge sacrifice on their behalf. And it is a full-time job. But in this specific job of theirs, the biggest salary they would ever get is when they watch their kids succeed in life. Do you guys agree? Sure? Okay. All right. So, Medha, look at your parents right now. Look at your parents. Your dad's here, your mom's there. Look at your parents. That happiness on their face right now, that smile on their face right now, that's all because of you. And I want you to always remember this moment because this is just the beginning of many more. Whoever said Jeff Bezos, or how do you pronounce his last name? Bezos is the current richest person in the world, that's not true. He may be money-wise, but no amount of money will ever buy this happiness and satisfaction for your parents. I think it is now appropriate to call Medha's mom and dad, Vedaka and Nani Baba, up on the stage to congratulate Medha. Please give them a round of applause.
Hi, good evening everybody. Okay, we are all very happy to see you all here for Medha's graduation, and I would like to take this opportunity to talk about a few things about Medha, my memories, so that I would like to share with you, and the things that we really cherish and all that. Yeah. Now, 19 years ago, after a long wait, we were wanting a child. And so we met somebody, a saint, who told us that we're going to have a child a year later, including the date and birth and the time that he told us. And Medha was born in year 2000, April the 14th. So we were very excited to have Medha come into our life at that time. And so we were so happy and excited, and we were in New Jersey at that time. And then later we moved to Texas, and I remember Medha taking Medha to kindergarten in Starwood, Montessori. And she never wanted to go to school, by the way. She said, whenever we said, take school, no, I don't want to go to school. She thought that it was like a prison and somebody's going to punish her and all that. So the first time and first day that I took her to Starwood, Montessori, her mom went to work, and the burden fell on me to take her to the school. And then I had to tell her all the things, that we're going someplace else. And then finally she goes to school and she thinks, oh my God, Daddy's leaving. And she doesn't want to leave my neck. And she said, Daddy, don't leave me. As if, my heart did sink, as if that the look on her face, as if that I abandoned her. And they have to grab her and then take her inside, and she said, I will never trust you in your life again. That's the type of look that she gave me that day, and I still remember that look. And I don't like that part. My wife gave that duty to me. So anyway, so after that, another instance in Starwood, Montessori, Medha was quiet, but she's very artistic, and she really likes art and color. I guess most of you know. She has those certain talents that we found that when you were a child. Then in 5th grade, and she looks at my card and she says, Daddy, she looks at my business card and says, like, president, why do you have president? And I want to be president too. I said, okay, you want to be president, then why don't you go and contest in your class? And then she said, I want to run for president in my school. So then she said, we told her, we encouraged her, and the first time when she ran for this, she was talking and she was saying, and we were standing back there, but we couldn't even hear a thing. And later on, we took the video and we showed her, and we said, Medha, you got to raise your volume up. And then later, hold on. So she improved, and the next year, she really worked on it, and she became the school president of Starwood, Montessori. And I was so proud, that she did not feel low from that low moment, and she really bounced back, and she really wanted to get what she wanted to get, and she really succeeded. And I was so proud, and that was one of the most memorable things that I remember about Medha. She doesn't want to give up, and she says, why can't I get it? That's the attitude that she has, and I think she has been showing that, since Dallas, after moved from Starwood, and we came here to Media Creek and then to Oak Park High School. And so we are also so proud that she has represented her mock trail in the school, and is a captain of mock trail and also in talent, so we're very proud of her. And we're very happy for you, Medha, that you're going to UCLA, and you have a lot going on, and we're going to look forward for many more things coming your way. Thank you.
I surely am not going to give such a big long speech, but Medha, I really, really am very happy and proud to see you today, to go to UCLA and all the achievements you did. And so much help in the house and helping everyone. That's the best thing I could get from a daughter. And I'm very proud of you. And I hope you'll achieve a lot more, and you will make everyone in the family very, very happy with your achievements and be a role model for all the younger kids following you. Everybody is looking up to you. That's a challenge coming up to you. So proud of you, Pandit. I I also want to say thank you to all the friends and all the family members, whoever is here today and joining and sharing with us all the happiness and the happy occasion we have here. I really appreciate Medha's grandparents who came from India here, and my parents who have taken care of my daughters while I'm busy at work and my husband traveling a lot. And without my parents, Amma and Babu, I don't think I would make this or Medha would make this. And also I appreciate all the friends and family in Dallas who actually helped me a lot. Saradanti, Aparamaya, Jan Saka in New Jersey, and all of you. These are all the family members, by the way. My husband is always busy traveling, everybody knows by now. And they all helped me to bring up and raise up my kids. And I am so glad for both of my kids, Ravali and Medha, who graduated yesterday and today. And hopefully they'll continue the journey and show us the best of their strengths. Thank you so much. And I will stop together.
if you all feel sleepy when I start talking, I am going to apologize for that because I am not a good orator or a speaker. And all this is about Medha. And if I say Medha is good, the name Medha means intelligence in Sanskrit. Maybe all of you people know about it. And she is living up to that name. And if I say, and if I praise Medha, you may think that, oh, because she is Medha's grandmother, that's why she is talking like that. And all grandmothers are like that, they always praise their granddaughters. But no, that's not true. Because really Medha is intelligent, I am talking about her. And even since she is 2 years old, she used to be very, very active and she used to recite Sanskrit slokas. And that's why just like Medha's grandfather, Mohan Rao brother said, she used to recite all Sanskrit slokas at that age. And she is really very, very intelligent. And she is a good swimmer, a good dancer, a good painter. Above all, she is a very, very good painter. And she participates in all activities in the school, for the time, and in mountains. She is participating in everything. I am very, very proud of her. And I always pray God to give her a very, very bright future. And I request all the elders to bless her and the youngest to wish her a very, very bright future. And thank you so much for all of you who came here to bless Medha and wish her. Thank you.
ఈ ఫంక్షన్కి వచ్చిన అతిథులందరికీ, ఫ్రెండ్స్కి, చుట్టాలకి అందరికీ నా నమస్కారం. మా మేధాని గురించి చెప్పాలంటే ఆ చిన్నప్పుడే ఆ మేధ అనే అర్థం నాకు తెలిసిందేమో కానీ పేరు పెట్టుకునేమంటే నేను ఒళ్ళో పెట్టి ఆడిస్తుంటే అందరూ అమ్మ నాన్న అత్త అత్త అంటారు. కానీ మేమందరం మొట్టమొదటి మా వైఫ్ పేరు సరోజ సరోజ అంటే ముందు ఎస్టానిష్డ్ అనమాట. అప్పుడే ఆ మేధ అనే దానికి అర్థం అప్పుడే వచ్చిందేమో అనిపిస్తుంది. ఒకసారి అనిపిస్తే ఇంగ్లీష్ ట్రాన్స్లేట్ చేస్తారు మళ్ళీ మీరు ఆ మేధ అనేదానికి పేరుకి ఆ సార్థకత అప్పుడే వచ్చిందేమో అనిపించింది. అలాగే చిన్నప్పుడే మా వైఫ్ కొన్ని పూజ చేస్తూ ఈ శ్లోకాలు అయి చదివేది పూజ దగ్గర. అవన్నీ తనకి సెకండ్ ఇయర్కే మొత్తం అన్నీ చాలా చెప్పేది. అప్పుడు కూడా మా చుట్టాలు బంధువులందరిలో వాట్ ఏ గ్రేట్ అనుకునేవాడు. జస్ట్ ఐ విజిటెడ్ దిస్ అమెరికా when Medha is about 10 years old. We saw her 4 to 5 times. After that, she came to India along with my daughter and son. Yes, that's why we have so much intimation with us. I think she is a very mature girl. Like my family, just I have so many troubles. At last, just once I figured how can my sons went up in a good position, just I applied to send them to studying the engineering also. After that I have a satisfaction. After that I have so many up and downs like my family. After my son Harry went to America, our problems are almost finished. And with my son, achievement, all my brother-in-laws and co-brothers all came to India. That's why he uplifted my families. Like that, Medha also, like that, she wants all my families get together. He is trying to make a get together like that. for graduations. My position is now buy one get one like that. My granddaughter Rauli also graduation. Just I saw 2 graduations now. Okay, with all best wishes to my yes. Best wishes to Medha and Ravi.
Hi, I'm Medha's sister, Ravali. I'm here today to talk about 2 things. One, I'm here to give one roast about my lovely sister. I've been giving her my whole life. And saying this, I think she already knows what it is. I will say it later. And I'm going to say a little story from her past, but my dear father has already said it, which is why I was going like this. So, now I was not old enough to remember the story, but I've heard it enough times to tell the story. So, now I'm going to say the story. So, Akka, aka Medha, was running for student body president in 5th grade, but had a little difficulty, as I should put it. She had never run for any position before, but then one day she said, I want to be president. So then she ran for student body president. And what did she do? Well, she didn't win, because she never ran before. She had no experience at all. Zilch. So she was so quiet in her thing, so even when we turned our TV up to 100% with volume, we still could not hear her. She was that quiet. I'm confused if she even did talk with that. Yeah. But only because of that did my sister win 4th place in her debate with mock trial competition, became the captain of mock trial team, become the newspaper editor-in-chief, and got accepted into UCLA only because of that one tiny moment of failure. I believe that even the smallest things in life can affect us the most when we become older. In her case, her one failure that shaped her entire human life. Bravo. Only because my sister messed up as a kid did she become so amazing as an adult. Totally great. Totally. See, now she can do amazing and wonderful things. She has done and she will keep doing amazing and wonderful things throughout her entire life. I couldn't be more proud of her. Go you. Congrats. And now, I think it's time to hear that one roast. Let's hear it. Here it goes. Why are you so short? Yeah, even in front of a crowd, I still do it. Thank you.
Wait. Roly, where are you going? You can't roast my favorite Medha and then get away with it. Come back here. Come back here.
Yeah,
Come back
thank
here.
you. No, thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
I will roast this little innocent little sister here. My favorite memory of her just before I think this battery died, but oh, never mind. My favorite memory of Riley just before they moved to California from Texas. Me and Medha and Riley and my brother Sunny, we were sitting on the couch upstairs playing some game, and somehow the word revenge came up. And we were all talking, and in the middle, I was like, wait, Riley, you're like 2 years old. Do you even know what revenge means? And she was like, of course, Babania, revenge means world domination. It's like taking over the world, duh. So that's Riley, you guys. Give her a round of applause.
Thank you all for coming. I'll be very brief. Somebody was asking, the DJ was asking the question, describe yourself in 3 words. For Medha, I would say smart, sometimes funny, as she said, and serious. And as one of our leaders said, you're going to spend a large part of your life working, so it's best to find something that you really love working for. And that's the way you find your life very meaningful. And I think, in my opinion, Medha already found that. And I think she'll be very successful in her future, and I wish her all the best. And I thank the parents and all the parents here for taking care of their kids and bringing them up to such a high standard. Thank you.
Okay. So, hi, my name is Dina. So Medha and I have known each other for about 6 years now, and so I have a lot to say about her. She's definitely changed a lot as a person when I first met her. I remember the first time we met was in Miss Steinman's class, and the whole reason, or basically the story of how we met, is I saw her sitting there on the first day of 7th grade in humanities, and I approached her mainly because she was Indian. But I mean, there weren't a lot of Indians in the school at that time, so, I was just curious. But our friendship quickly grew. So as we got to know more about each other, I began to learn more about Medha, and mainly about how weird she was. She was almost as weird as me, almost. And I said is, correction.
Okay.
And then, after middle school, we entered high school, and at that point, we've already gone through a lot of ups and downs, but in high school, we went through more ups and downs. And I feel like with all of that, they really connected us, so we became much better friends in high school, much better than we were in middle school, because we got to experience so many things together, and we share a lot about each other, just like our personal lives, and we tell each other stories and how well we connect to each other. And so that just really made us such good friends, and it really showed me how great Medha was is as a person. It was and is. And it really just showed me how similar that we are. And honestly, I know that Medha is going to do such great things in her future because of all the things that we've been through. She's like my big sister, or actually little sister. A short little sister.
Super short.
Short big sister.
I get it, I'm short. Super short.
But still, after all we've gone through together, I know that it won't end here. We'll go through much more in our future and in college and everything. And I'm so excited to see our future together and where our friendship takes us and how much it goes, because I know it will. And you're such a wonderful person, and congratulations.
She's a freshman at Oak Park High School, which is weird, the age difference, but whatever. This year I had the pleasure of meeting so many amazing people, and one of them was Medha. I have to admit, at the beginning of the year I was a little bit afraid of her. She was the captain of our mock trial team, and not only is she a great leader, but she's an even better friend. And I have a little bit of a story to tell. So in February, we competed in our annual mock trial competition, and the entire bus was just like so freaked out. We were all incredibly nervous, and we were trying to perfect our statements within that 45-minute bus ride we had to just perform well in competition, which we did. With all the chaos that was happening on the bus, I didn't notice a card that was on my lap. It was from Medha to me. And when I opened it, I expected a small message like good luck or you got this or something like that. But she had written a paragraph of just such nice things. And I remember one line stating, "I put you on this team for a reason. You're talented and have everything you need to succeed." And that, at that moment, I just stopped frantically looking at my statement. And when I went to competition, I wasn't as nervous because she was right. I had my statement down, and I had it all memorized. I knew it. My team knew it, and most importantly, you knew it. So Medha, take that kindness with you and go dominate at UCLA.
So I met Medha in dance a few years ago. We did like Bollywood dances and things of that sort together, and I would say that she hasn't really changed, I would say, from then to now. If anything, it's just that her good qualities have sort of become more brighter, and they've become more evident in her personality and her character. She's the same tenacious, smart, witty person that I knew back then, always confident in her movements, and even if she wasn't, you'd never be able to tell, because if she messes up, it still looks good. I don't know how that's fair, but she's a beautiful, beautiful girl with a bright, bright future ahead of her, a talented leader, a talented person, a kind person. And for that, I thank you, because the reason all of us are here today is because to us, your presence is important. And more importantly than just important, it is a blessing. And thank you for being our friend, our leader, our role models, our mentors. Thank you so, so much.
Hi guys, so my mock trial group just said she memorized it. No, she didn't. She is winging it, yes. She's winging it because she already knows everything she has to say. Now she's gonna stop talking in the third person. Anyway, so first of all, I want to thank everybody for coming out today. The reason I'm kind of awkwardly standing is, yes, I'm very short and I don't know where the end of my dress is. So just bear with that for a second. Yes, I know. First of all, everybody, thank you for coming. I know a lot of you guys traveled a long way. Nainamat Tatagaru, you came from India. They flew in a couple days ago, and everybody sitting at these, front 6 or 7 tables all flew. I realized that I'm not using this mic properly. Okay. They all flew a really, really long way to come here, and I'm really, really grateful that they did so, because when I was little, family was a huge part of my life. My dad and my mom both had a really, really strong bonds with both sides of their family, and when we were living in, is this working?
You have to put it close.
Okay, so when we were living in New Jersey, all of our extended family kind of lived together. So even though we had cousins and second cousins and third cousins, like fourth removed, I don't even know if that's a thing, we all acted like we were brothers and sisters. So even Babanaya, he's not really like my direct cousin, like he's my dad's cousin, but he's basically my brother. So things like that. So that was one of the reasons why it was so important that everybody came out this weekend. Just because I wanted, one more big family get together. So thank you all for coming. The last time we did something like this was for Tilanaya and Sujitaka's wedding 2 years ago, and it was a lot of fun. And now we have a new member in the family. Her name is Asvi, and she's, sleeping right there. So if you wave hi, she's really cute, but, she's asleep. So yeah, thank you, family. Now, friends, the back remainder of the table, my mock trial, talent crew, all of you guys back there, I love you too. Thank you guys for coming. Just because mock trial and talent have been such a big part of my high school experience, not just academically, but also socially. A lot of you guys are now my very, very close friends, even if you guys are 3 or 4 years differing in age years, like Preksha mentioned. It's a really, really unique experience to stand up here in front of both of my family and, family from here and then family from India and, friends, just because it's, all of my worlds just colliding, which is something I never thought would happen. But it's good that it's happening because, it's one unifying thing that we're all here today. So, yeah.
applause. So we have this hall until 10. So the only thing left that my Vedaka is thinking is that we have the dance floor left. So, but that's not it. That's not it. We decided as cousins to throw her a little surprise birthday party because it's a special birthday.
To both of us.
For Vedaka, it's her 50th birthday. A couple days ago, and we decided to throw her a surprise party, so we have another cake for her. And on the cake it says Happy 25th.
I'm only 16!
But she's only 16.
So I don't have to work. I'm only 16, so I don't have to work. I'm still under my parents' guidance, so they'll give me my pocket money.
Okay, guys, so when they have the candle, let's all sing happy birthday on the count of 3.
Wait.
This is such a surprise. I have not even thought a blink of an eye, never imagined this cake cutting and everything. I thought this is all special for me, but I feel so proud for all the love everybody is showing on me. And I'm so happy everybody actually remembered my birthday. Happy birthday to me.
Take a look behind you. Your favorite color.
Thank you.
Which I'm trying to face.
I'm gonna cut the cake.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Medha. Happy birthday to you.
Boy,
बादशाह की देख रहे हो तुसी चलो शुरू हो जाओ 1 2 1 2 3 4
You guys can clap to this. Hip there.
ऐसे छलके कर दे सबको घायल कह रहा
बनके बने सभी मत वाले
सॉलिड मस्ती चाहिए
हेलो हेलो तू मुझे घूमने लगाई येलो येलो बहुत मेरे भाई
जे पता लगा मेरे डैड नू वे बचदा नहीं तू मैं दसा तेनू ना राती कंध टप के तू आई मन वे ना राती कंध टप के तू आई मन वे ओ मेरी मम्मी नू पसंद नहीं है तू वे तेरा गोरा मुंह मैं दसा तेनू मैं तावी तेनू प्यार कर दी चन्न वे मैं तावी तेनू प्यार कर दी चन्न वे ਜਦੋਂ ਤੱਕ ਮਰਦੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੀ ਪਰਵਾਹ ਕਿ ਕਿਸੇ ਤੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਡਰਦੀ